Hey, I'm Neptune, and this is Player Profiles. My role, I'm a submachine gun player, and my role is just entry. So Cold War, Vanguard, MP2. It's 3 years. This is my fourth. Yeah, so basically 4 years. I'm from Indiana. I actually love it. A lot of people don't. People call it like Naptown just because there's nothing to do. I personally love it because it gives me like a home feeling that like no other place gives me. I actually got into gaming when I was a little kid. It's actually like crazy. I used to have speech problems when I was like way younger, and my dad, he thought it was a good idea to give me an Xbox just so I could like talk to more people and work on my social skills or just my speech. I had a really bad speech like impediment, and yeah, that's the reason why I first got into gaming. My first game was Halo 3, and I loved it. That's when I first got into Halo. My favorite game right now, single player game, probably Elden Ring. Competitive game, probably, I would say like Valorant, I think. I think Valorant is just really fun. And in the off season, I was playing a lot with my girlfriend, and that's probably my other favorite game. I think I would get into another game for sure. I just don't know what game because I feel like controller video games have been kind of like falling off. But before Call of Duty, I was in Halo, so I think I would definitely be able to do it. I don't really know how to describe it. I don't know what kind of like player I really am. But I would like to think that I'm an annoying player to play against. I think I try to just make sure people like just don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm unpredictable. My proudest moment of my career is probably if I had to choose one event, it would be Major 2, I think, because over the past year, I feel like was probably my hardest time ever competing. I switched to Halo. Halo fell through, it didn't work out. I came back to Call of Duty, and this is another year where people like questioned my ability because I was, went back to challengers again. And I feel like this year was a year where I decided like I'm gonna really prove myself and work the absolute hardest to my ability. How I deal with pressure is I actually try to like make sure my mental is always on point and sharp, and I try to just stay focused on what's actually like the goal. I try not to overthink about like my own performances. All I care about is just simply like, just trying to win with my team. Like just focus on my team, make sure that like we're all on the same page together and we're all playing to the best of our abilities, and I don't care about any outside noise or anything else. After I'm done competing, I would like to try to be still like active in esports if I could, like maybe be a coach, something. This is my true passion, but if I had to decide on something else, I would probably be like an artist or something. I feel like I love creativity and staying true to a passion. Favorite COD title? I'd probably say Black Ops 4 in my opinion. And I think a lot of people would probably give me shit for that. But I don't know, there's something about that game that's so like unique to me that no other game gives me. And I feel like they did a great job at it. Favorite COD map? I'd probably say Hacienda just because it's in Black Ops 6 and there's a very nostalgic feeling to it because I absolutely grinded BO4 And when they brought it back to BO6, it gave me the same feeling I had when I was like 17 years old playing Black Ops 4 with my friends. I would 1v1 Hydra for Moon.
And you'd win, obviously.
Not win. What games do I play in my free time? I honestly, the only game I've been playing in my free time has been probably Warzone. I feel like Warzone's really fun. It's still Call of Duty, so like it's not like I'm switching up too much of what I do. And it's just really fun to me. I love it. There's so many like good guns right now, but I'm not gonna lie. I try to stay disciplined at least. I still use the Jackal and the Emis, just so like I'm using the same guns I use in competitive. My favorite map on Warzone is Rebirth. I don't know. I'm not trying to cook the CDL. like would I get fined for that?
I don't think so.
Okay. My hot take is I feel like the old format for Call of Duty was so much better for every single type of player because it was an equal opportunity and all that mattered was if you're good enough and you place good enough, you're going to be a pro. Compared to nowadays, I think it's like an invitation to get into the pro league, and I think it screws up a lot of people. A lot of challenger players who actually deserve an opportunity, they get screwed over for it because if a team doesn't want to pick them up, they'll never touch the pro league. And I think back then it was so much better because you could actually qualify for the pro league. For my controller, I actually, I'm pretty like generic. I just claw. Like there's nothing special about it. The one thing I think a lot of fans do like ask me in my streams is like, do I use paddles? And I think most people get like scuff controllers for the paddles, but me, I just take the paddles out and I still use the scuff controller. So nothing unique, but the things I like the most about my teammates, I'll go with Abuza. I feel like he's just super funny in general because of his accent. Like, even when he's trying not to be funny, and even if he's like complaining like about the internet or whatever, he's super funny for some reason. Nasty, I really like his passion. I feel like sometimes he gets super pissed off. But I feel like you need those type of people. You need like those emotional type of players. And I always thought that there's a lot of value in that. Even when, you know, he might get super upset one day, I feel like the next day he's back to being like very, very positive, bringing full energy. And I think it's a super underrated value about Nasty. 04, that's my twin. I don't know, he just seems like he's such like a regular dude. Like he's not like, he doesn't have like a gamer personality, but at the same time, like he's super good, you know? So he's really easy to like talk to and relate to outside of the game, and in the game, like he's super easy to vibe with. If they were to visit Indiana, I would say going out to the countryside is probably one of my favorite things to do, and I think it's really fun, like going fishing or just doing any type of activity in the countryside, I think. My favorite food would probably be bacon and shrimp. Not together, but just separate. I love those two. Like those are my go-tos no matter what. For breakfast and for dinner, I feel like if I go to a restaurant, I have to get some shrimp. My favorite restaurant would probably be this place called Fujiyama's. My dad, growing up, always took me there for my birthday, and it's always just been my favorite place. My favorite genre of music would probably be, a lot of people would probably think rap, just because I listen to it like a lot, but it'd probably be like rock. Okay, so it's probably gonna be rap, I'm not gonna lie, right now. But let me see what I listen to the most. I feel like ever since this COD came out, I've been listening to Misogyny by Future. Hasn't let me down yet. Listen to it before every match. I like listening to the song by Lil Uzi. It's called Bean. In parentheses Kobe. It's a good little song. I like listening to P's and Q's by Lil Uzi. That's probably my third favorite. Probably First Class by Lil Baby. And for the fifth one, Type Shit by Future. If I had to go pro in another video game, it would be probably Valorant. I think that something that I always valued about like the atmosphere of esports is the passion. And I feel like, in Call of Duty and some other games that are like controller games, I think people think it's cringe to be like super passionate into the game. And I really like that about Valorant. People aren't scared to show their passion, how much they love the game. And I feel like that's something that I always wanted to be a part of ever since I started in competing. It's just being in the atmosphere of like everyone here loves playing the video game. Like that's the reason why like everybody starts. And I think nothing cringe about it. And I wish more people showed their how passionate they were about Call of Duty. Neon.
Nice.
I was a Neon main. I think they nerfed it, I'm pretty sure. But I switched. I played Valorant in the off season with my girlfriend. She's actually super good at Valorant. Her peak is like Immortal 3. And it was my first time actually playing it. And I hit like Immortal 2 in like a month, just off of Neon. And a lot of people probably will give me shit for that because it was a very cheesy character, but it was super fun. And I actually loved it. Hey, I'm Travis, and thanks for listening to Player Profiles.